So, all donations during PMW 2025 benefit our good friends at the Cure Alzheimer's Fund. It's a nonprofit organization dedicated to funding research projects with the highest probability of preventing, treating, and ultimately curing Alzheimer's disease. We're going to bring in our next presenter, Pat Baer. And Pat Baer, tell us a little bit about yourself, and the floor is all yours.
All right. Hello. I'm Pat Baer. I use he, him pronouns. I am a streamer that builds model kits. I build them, I like to say, quick and dirty. I actually try to get through my backlog, which is, at this moment, pretty low. So I focus on accomplishing tasks of finishing model kits on my streams, and I do Lego sets. I started getting into jigsaw puzzles this year, which are a very different kind of beast, but they've been fun. This is my third year or fourth year doing Plastic Bottle Weekender, I think fourth year. And what is the challenge? What is my challenge right now as I adjust this so that it's a little hot, you can see it a little bit more. My challenge is I am going to be improving model kits that have already been built, kits that I've got going on here. So I have a variety of kits, and I'm going to be rolling a digital die, and I might do one. I will do one of the following to each kit: covering it in glitter paint, adding battle damage to it, adding water slide decals, adding from the pile. I have a pile of weapons and shields and accessories to put on a kit that don't belong on that kit. I will add new panel lines, and my choice, because I wanted to have 6 options, and maybe I'm looking at a kit and going, I know exactly what would improve this kit. Now, where do you come in? Well, currently, we have raised $3,134.69, nice. But for every $50 raised during my 2-hour block, I will do another roll for a kit, and then I will add more nonsense to that kit. Or in the case of battle damage, subtract parts that were included. So we got all that. It'll all be great. If you want to donate during the stream, you can make me improve a kit even more. And if not, if you don't want to, or we don't hit that, I'll move on to another kit and we'll work on that. But it's going to be a fun time. We're going to raise money for Cure Alzheimer's Fund. And I hope that you enjoy this nonsense that I am doing here. So I've got a bunch of silly things ready to go here. We'll take this away so we don't see that for a second. Let's take the Calibarn. This is lovely. Oh, I should also say, and I haven't said this yet. I haven't said this part yet. I really like all of these kits. So please understand that for the charity, for this event, I am damaging kits that I like. I did not pick a single kit to work on this stream that I don't enjoy quite a bit. And I'm going to make them way worse for your enjoyment. So please donate, and just be aware that while I am not ingesting any beverages this year, I am doing psychic damage to myself. So please understand that and donate vigorously, I guess, to make that. So we got the Calibarn. We got the Calibarn here. I'm going to roll the digital die. I tried to have a fun little thing in here so you could see me roll it. That didn't work out. My apologies. Okay, I rolled 2. So we'll see what 2 is. 2 is... I'm going to do... oh, yeah. Battle damage. 2 is battle damage. So I'm going to take this beautiful Calibarn, and for the next little while, I'm going to make it worse. And that's just what we're doing here. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna give it battle damage. Let's take the shield off here. Let's take. So, when I say $50, I mean cumulatively. So together, you don't have to donate $50 for me to do even more nonsense in this kit. If you donate $15 and somebody chips in the other 35, we're there. We're good. We have to hit $3,184 for me to do more nonsense to this kit, but we're adding battle damage to it. And I have various means of doing that. And I think the wire cutters are probably going to be our best bet for some battle damage here. Now, what do I want to do to this kit? What do I want to do? I mean, the coward's way would be to do the backpack. I would battle damage the backpack because then I couldn't see it. Dance for Dragoon says how much to remove the bandana, how much to remove the glasses, which is a thing I had not considered. We'll see what happens. If I need to get the donations, well, there we go. We're at $3,159. That's awesome. Thank you so much. If you want to, when the donations come in, if you want to read those out, Bacon, feel free. Interrupt me. It's fine.
$25 donation from Fall Dog saying vigorous donation.
That is. All right. I'm gonna, oh God, again, please understand, I got battle damage on the first one. This is the worst thing to do to this. I got the worst one or best one. I'm literally just, yeah, here we go. Oh man. Okay, there we go. Battle damage.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
I appreciate you covering that with your hands for the stream.
Yeah. Well, I know that would be very unhappy. People would be unhappy to see it. Also, these didn't fly all over my room and I don't have to get them later. So I win. The Fall Dog says, I didn't think that kind of battle damage. Oh yeah, no. Yeah. That's what we're talking about here. It lost an arm in the war. Luckily, it still has its broom gun that can just attach to the backpack. So it doesn't really need that arm. But that's not it. There's gonna be more damage to this kit because $20 more and something else happens to this kit. Well, we're almost there. $10 more, something else happens to this kit.
Oh, I think the people are enjoying this.
Yeah.
Lowback Go donated $10 and Rolando donated $5. It appears that the community craves violence.
Oh man,
to give it to them.
Before I snip off part of this V-fin, I just have to say that this, look at it. It's
Pride Month. I don't know if you can go after the V-fin.
Oh boy, it just looks so gorgeous. It's such a beautiful, it's so good. I am going to snip a little part of this off. Because it's battle damage. Oh man. I wanted everybody to see it. We're going to zoom out here. I zoomed out too far.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So this kit now has quite a bit of battle damage to it. I will probably do at least one more piece of damage to this lovely kit. I don't think I'm going to do anything to the shield because the shield already breaks apart anyway. So I don't think battle damage makes any sense there. But I'm trying to think about the next thing I'm going to do to this kit. Remember...
I donated $5.79.
Just gonna take a little bit off, then chop the head in half, just for chat's reaction. So I could do that. I could score it. I could do some scoring to it. Battle damage doesn't have to be just mean that I remove a piece of it using big bulky wire cutters. You're right. I could be doing some other damage to it. It doesn't have to be that. I could go after the leg here. And I could do... Yeah, stop giving me ideas. I could score it. I could just... Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just going to stab it in the leg. I think that's my battle damage next is I'm going to stab it.
I hope somebody's clipping this.
Wow, that held up. All right, we'll do this instead. We'll do it. We're gonna do, yeah. I'm going to break this in a way that I can put it back on. That's what we're gonna do there. Once again, we are $4 away from me doing more, rolling the die again and doing even more to this kit, or then eventually we'll move on to another kit, which I will, of course, do something to. And glitter paint might be an improvement. New panel lines might be an improvement. What else? What we got? You know, there are things here that might be good. Decals. I don't know if I talked about the decals yet. I'll save that. If we roll decals, or my choice, we'll do decals soon. That might not be a bad thing, giving it decals it didn't originally start with. That might actually be pretty cool. All right, yeah. So this knee got all beat up. That's our damage. I'm holding my cow barn in protective embrace. Indeed. Like I said, I like one of these kits I don't love. I just finished building it and I thought it'd be good for this project. I built it this week to do on here. So I don't want to say that I like love it, but there's a couple kits here that I really love. There we go. We're gonna just take a chunk out of the foot. The foot, and we're gonna leave that chunk. The foot is now, as you can tell from this, the foot is now fucked up.
That is the clinical term, by the way.
Yes. All right, our Caliburn suffered a lot of damage, but I'll always know that it wasn't from negligence on my part. It was on purpose. Because it fell. Its knee got messed up and its foot got messed up. Some builders of my generation can relate. Its head got all messed up because it fell. Half its body got all kinds of chunked, and then it put its arm out to break its fall. Unfortunately, relatable. Oh boy.
Feel attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real messed up. All right, so the Caliburn is, I'm going to call the Caliburn done. I'll wait a little bit. If you want me to roll the die and do some other stuff to this that is not battle damage, we'll see if $4 can get chipped in. If not, I'm going to move on to another kit. And unfortunately, I have a lot of them for this project. I am saving one for last because I don't want to do anything to my Blue Eyes White Dragon Amplified kit. I don't want to do anything to it. I love it so much. I'm looking at it right now. I don't want to do anything to it, but that's the showstopper, unfortunately. If we get through a bunch of kits, I'll have to ruin the thing that I pretty much love more than anything that I've built. Other than, look, let's be honest, there are a few things not on the table. Just not going to do it. I'm not doing anything to my Heavy Arms Master Grade that I built out of 2 different Heavy Arms Master Grades. That one did not make the cut. Do not worry about that. All right, we're gonna move on to another kit, and we'll roll the die and we'll do some nonsense to that. This is the Legolas, which I'm gonna take its tail off for now. Oh wait, how do I do that? How's the best way to do that? Yeah, let's take it off there, because otherwise it's kind of annoying to lay it out to do something to it. This is the Legolas. This is the most recent kit that I have built on stream. Not the blue eyes. Yes, the blue eyes. You know what you must do. Yes, look, at the end of the stream, we might take the blue eyes out and do something to it. I don't want to, but we might end up doing that. But right now, I am going to roll the digital die to decide what we are doing to Legolas, and I'll bring up the rolls sheet so we can see that again. We are doing glitter paint. Hell yeah. I am going to cover this Legolas in glitter paint. And again, for just $4 more, when I am done with glitter paint, I will do something else. This is a Gundam Age kit. The Gundam Age kits are all, like, the main kits in Gundam Age are all very much this is a Gundam Age kit. So I think the best way to tackle this is to remove parts and then cover them in glitter paint. So I think this kit will look great with glitter paint. I think this will be a nice thing for me to do. Gonna shake up some paint here.
It's gonna be real nice with that overlay still over top the kit.
Oh yes, I do need to remove that. I forgot.
I'm not actually here.
Okay.
I was never here. But I could be for $4 more in donations.
Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
All right. Let's see how this paint looks on should dry and be glittery when it dries. So far, not looking very glittery, but when it dries, this should look very glitterified. So unfortunately, not off the bat. This is a different paint from the glitter paint I've used previously, which was very clear right off the bat and very glittery. This one's going to take a little while to showcase here, but it will. Shouldn't take long at all. You can already
Very trust the process.
kind of see it on there a little bit, but we'll zoom in and we'll see. We started with the Calibarn because I wanted to start with one that I really like, just right off the bat. It was like pulling teeth or ripping off a Band-Aid. All right, so we're gonna let this dry for a little bit here.
I have some good news.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
It's no longer been pulling teeth to get $4 out of chat. Spiel off with a $4 donation and a $10 dono from Dark Sableye, who says, we gotta get that Legolas. We gotta get that Legolas to become Legolas. That is so many words that are very similar to one another. Thank you so much.
Yes, one quick second here. I have to do a thing that's important for me, which is math. All right. Yes, then now I can make math happen easier. So we need, our next goal is 3,234. Which we've made there. So when we hit 3,224, we will do more damage or more things to this. I'm going to continue to cover this in glitter paint, but I should say that after we're done with glitter paint, it's Pat's choice. So after we're done with covering this in glitter paint, I will do something else to this kit. I have not decided what that is yet. I'll think of it as we go. I don't know if water slide decals are going to work on a thing that I have covered in a paint. So that might be interesting to try and find out. But thank you for your donations, everybody.
A certain Jason has suggested acetone.
Oh, a little part of the side skirt came off. As always. I don't know. I'm starting to not love this glitter paint here. Extreme glitter. Glitter acrylic paint. I don't love it as much as the previous paints that I used. I can start to see it now on here. We'll zoom in a little bit. You can start to see that there's some glitter on it, but it's not as pronounced as I would like. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when it dries. We might know later. I'm gonna shake up this paint a little bit more here. We really shake this thing up. And then put a little bit more in my plate here.
It does look a little bit frosted.
Yeah.
Damn it now.
Unfortunately, it's not as glittery as I would like. It is doing something. It is probably doing bad things to the kit. So there's that. That's something. I might have to put glitter in. I can see it. It's just unfortunately it's not aggressive like I would like it to be. But we are covering it in paint at least. It's doing something. Using a very cheap brush because I knew this would not be good for any of my brushes. It's got a big foam brush. Do it.
Frosted model kit cereal, part of a balanced breakfast. It's pretty okay.
Yeah. All right. Got to get the underside too in the back of it. And then I got to reapply the side skirt that fell off, which is also the back skirt. And then I got to put that on there. So this is going to be glittery. It's just not as glittery as I would have liked, but it's okay. It's starting, honestly, to be real, it is starting to show up as it's drying. And then I just need to clean up this big blotch that is just on here, because that's not great. 2 years ago, it took me quite a long time to get the glitter off of my work surface later. So there might be a little bit of glitter on a lot of kits. Anyway.
Free glitter.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do the back part, which some people have described as the spine, because there's a whole thing with this kit where you can take the head off the back and that it's got this long tail and it's kind of like it's this spinal cord. It's weird. It's a weird part of this kit.
I do think we are heavily invested in weird in this event.
Mm-hmm. Totally. All right. So we'll let this dry and then see. You can already start to see some glitter. There's some glitter here on the gun. It's coming together. It is drying. I guess what I'll do is I can kind of spread out a little bit. That should hopefully help with the... Yeah, I'm just going to have to really clean this later, and that's fine. I made my choices. I'm living with them. Whoops, the leg fell off. That was unrelated. All right, so, whoops.
You could make new choices.
Yes, well,
low donation of $40, Chad.
Yes, we are at the point now where I am going to roll again and do other things to this kit. Once I put the leg back together, which is unrelated to what we're doing here, just being annoying. I mean, it's like it's asking me to break this leg so that I don't have to keep putting it back together or fix it. But we'll see. I'd rather not do battle damage immediately.
You can decide for Pat with a $40 donation.
Yes. We are doing more to this kit, and we will be doing that shortly, because it is my choice. It is Pat's choice. So I can do whatever I want to this kit now. I don't think adding decals that don't belong on this kit makes any sense for this kit that has been covered in glitter paint. So I'm not going to do that one. I could add some new panel lines to something. We do a little more scoring. We do that. We'll look at our things options here. We've got glitter paint, battle damage, water slide decals, add from the pile, new panel lines. You know what? Let's add from the pile. I got a pile of nonsense here. We're gonna say we've added a bunch of glitter to this gun. Maybe we want to get a different gun. We've got a shield here. Maybe we want a different shield. Let's see what we've got in the pile that we want to add to this kit. So we'll put all its stuff back together, and then we can add from the pile as it still dries and my hands get covered in glitter paint. Let's see what's going on in the pile, shall we? I do like the backpack, but I could change the backpack out for something else. I've got another backpack I could put on this. I've got other weapons I could give it. You know what? Yeah. I feel like this kit should have a scythe. For no good reason, I'm gonna give this kit a scythe. I'm also gonna do probably a few other things from the pile of accessories, but I am gonna give it a scythe. And if you're thinking, Pat, are you not gonna cover it in glitter paint? Don't worry, I'm gonna cover this in glitter paint. It's also gonna have glitter paint too. All right, so now we'll take some paint here, put some paint on this thing. All right, and then just kind of blotch it off a little bit here. There we go. Now it'll match. All right, so now it has a scythe / spear. That feels unnecessary and silly. What else can we put on this kit? We've got other things we can put on this kit. I've got a different gun. We've got a different shield we could put on here. I'd have to figure out how to do that because it already has a shield. So I don't know if it needs a second shield, like a battle shield. Different shield. Yeah. Yeah. Let's give it a completely different shield, even though we did cover this shield in glitter. This should fit on. Let's see. Does it? Fit in the hole there? No. Oh, it does. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
All right, it does fit. We gave it another shield, but of course, we have to cover this shield in glitter paint. So I'm actually going to remove the stickers that are on here. Do a little demo here. Let's see. Because I don't know if that paint's going to adhere to the sticker, so.
See, I'm just sitting here thinking if we got another $40 donation and got another roll going, you could just end up like cutting down the size of one of the shields. That way you can make room for a second shield. Chat, this is genius. I'm throwing out ideas for you. Just take them and run with them.
Are you saying to make a parts former shield?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying, and I'm saying that chat should pay for it.
That's what I do. I mean, hey, your donations aren't just, look, your donations help directly to the Cure Alzheimer's Fund, a charity that does not do lavish events, that does not pay for celebrity spokespeople. Your money goes a long way to cure this disease. But also you benefit, not just from me destroying things that I enjoy, but also you could win things. And there are new things every day for you to win. So if you donated yesterday, guess what? You should also donate today and tomorrow and Sunday. If somebody wants to mention a thing that's up for giveaway today, that would be great.
We do have giveaways. We have a lot of them. Is this where I chime back in?
I would love that if you're able to.
I could chime back in. Remember, chat, a $5 minimum donation gets you automatically entered to win any of our Friday giveaways, including the high-grade Demi Trainer and expansion part set, the high-grade V-Fam with Sling Paneer. We're also giving away a high-grade G-Quax. We're giving away a real-grade high new Gundam. We're also giving away a Bandai Mobile Suit Selection Deluxe DX2 trading figure to 2 lucky winners. If you're in the US, you're also eligible for a $100 USA Gundam Store gift card, a 30-minute missions rad CC-2000 orbiter courtesy of Gundam Planet, a Hexagear HG100 Ray Blade Impulse Reloaded courtesy of Gundam Planet, and a $50 Mecha Warehouse gift card. Also our grand prize too, which is like 5 kits or whatever. Dark Sableye with a $5.21 donation. No comment, but I assume you're going for the Fondé Lombard at the end, and thank you very much for it. Just a paltry $34.31 from the next die roll.
All right. Now we can start seeing our shield, which we're not going to be using anymore. That's got some glitter on it. Our kit is starting to appear that it has some glitter on it as this paint dries and the clear kind of, or the opaqueness kind of goes away. We're starting to see some glitter. Is it subtle? It's closer to subtle than too much.
I see Dyer in the chat yelling at me again for speaking when I shouldn't be. I'm going to let Bacon get back to hosting, but I did want to chime in with one more thing. I did see a comment in the chat, kind of tight on money since I bought the Master Grade Extreme Unicorn. I am broke. I just want to remind you, no one is required to donate. Look, you're going to hear it from me. You're going to hear it from the other hosts of PMW. We're asking for donations because we're running a charity event, right? But if it isn't feasible, only donate if it is feasible to you. And I want to remind you, if you're looking at the Tiltify page, the lowest default option that it gives you for donation is $10. If you hit the custom button, you can donate lower amounts. You do not need to do a full 10 if that's too much for you. If any donation is too much for you right now, I don't want you to overextend yourself. Please don't use like credit cards or, you know, crypto or whatever you need to do to make a donation happen. If you don't have the means to do so, definitely still share it out with your friends. Share it out on social media. Let everybody you know about this event. That's the big thing. Like, word of mouth is how we end up getting more people watching this event, and the more people that watch, the more people that are able to donate do so. So even if you can't, donate to the cause, no worries at all. There are plenty of ways that you can still support. Now I will stop talking.
I should also just throw this in there. So companies love it. If you work for a large company or even a mid-sized company, especially in the United States, they love matching donations because it means they don't have to do any work. You did the work for them. So even if it's not for this event, for future events, find out if your company does matching donations, because they would love to not have to think about it and just have you do the legwork. And also, Kurt's Alzheimer's Fund, that's a great charity for your boss to be like, oh yeah, we'll match for that, and not have to know about the part where people made model kits and drank milk and soda. But definitely check in on that, because like I said, they love you doing the legwork for them. Some companies love that matching donation stuff. If you're worried about, I can only give $25 this year, like, okay, we'll see if they'll chip it. Okay. So I'm going to add one more thing from the pile, I feel like, and then we will move on to another kit and we'll see what happens there. Once again, if we hit $3,234, more nonsense happens to a kit that I am working on. If you want to do more nonsense to a kit. Let's see, what else we got? I got a lot of weapons here. I don't really think we need any more weapons on this kit, but let's see. Let's see what other things from the pile I can add here. I mean, I could add another shield, but then I'm running low on shields. A real big backpack. Another blade.
Thunderbolt taught us you can't have too many shields.
Yes, you're not wrong. A different backpack that doesn't fit on this kit at all. Am I gonna put a backpack on a backpack? Or I could make it a butt pack. There's no law that says I can't make this into a butt pack and put a backpack on its butt. I can and will do that. So let's see. How smooth is this? Oh, it's not too bad here. All right, so we'll go like that. Yeah, I like that. That's silly and nonsensical. We'll do that. I'm going to snip these down a little bit here. Snip these off. All right. Now, Pat, how am I going to how would I do that, Pat? You're asking yourself. I mean, Lord Crashington, who's from my chat, hey, Lord Crashington, is telling me to calm down. And I know that Lord Crashington is a jokester and is joking around. But you're saying, Pat, how would you adhere this? And the answer is liquid cement. My old friend Liquid Cement Testor's liquid cement is going to let me adhere this here. My door is open in this room, which is great. So for ventilation, because I knew I'd be working with paint, and I might be working with this here. So that's good. Very happy about that. So I am just going to adhere. So I will say I like Testor's products. I like their liquid cement. I have not worked with many liquid cements, I should say, but it's quick drying. I don't do a lot of kits, glue kits, where you would use liquid cement. Usually it's occasionally, honestly, I think the most I've done is every once in a while an Initial D car becomes available and I want to build one of them cars, and because they're cars and not robots, they're often liquid, glue kits. So that's kind of where I've leaned towards. This was recommended to me. I've had it for quite some time. It doesn't, when you open it, it doesn't immediately start to turn into a gas, which is great, because there are a couple products out there that don't like being coming into contact with the air. And this is not one of those, so that's nice. I might need to put a lot more on here. We're gonna leave this like this. It should theoretically dry. And yes, I will be putting glitter on this, but I wanted to let it set for a little bit before I kit with more paint. But don't worry about it. I will finish the fight on this kit. And then we say goodbye to the tail, because that's just not going to work on this kit anymore now that I put a rocket pack on its butt. I want to say this is from the Gundam Requiem for Vengeance kit. I want to say that's where this came from. I'm so pretty new to the hobby. I started last fall. Heck yeah. I'm trying not to swear as much as I do on my normal streams, because it's in the afternoon and this is an event for that anybody can join. So I am trying to limit myself for my swears. If you come to one of my streams, I will swear way more. But also I stream.
A promise and an advertisement.
But also I stream in the evenings, and theoretically, I mean, at least on the East Coast when I'm streaming, hopefully kids aren't watching, but if they are, then they know they're cool. They're not. What if a car transformed into a robot? I know I'm the first with that idea. Yeah, that'll never work. I don't think so. I don't think a car and a robot. I mean, yes. I listened to a podcast this week where someone was like, well, doesn't Transformers automatically win best, like, TV show they made to sell toys because the toys are the best? Because they're cars that become robots or jets that become robots? And I was like, that's a hard to argue against that, that maybe the 80s, the couple of years where Reagan said, oh, you can have commercials that pretend to be cartoons. That maybe Transformers might have been the best of those. Perhaps. TMNT is king for me. See, yeah, Lord Crash, I agree, except for the part where Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is based on a comic book, so it kind of maybe doesn't count in the same way. Did they make the cartoon to sell toys, and was the cartoon way more chill than the comic book? Yes. But also,
yes,
I didn't know that it was based on a comic book, and I bought a random Ninja Turtles comic book once, and it was apparently, I've been told, one of the weirdest books they ever put out. Like, I just happened to buy one day. They're on like an alien planet, and they're like in a car race on this alien planet, and they're starting to lose their minds and hallucinate. And it's apparently one of the weirdest Ninja Turtle stories that was ever printed from the 80s. So it's very funny hearing this, knowing I wasn't a Transformers kid. I'm old. And also I know that even not every kid watched Transformers, certainly, but I'm also old. Just remember that. All right. This did not set, so we're gonna add more. We're gonna add way too much to try to get this to set. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. But I'd like it to work. And then we'll move on to another kit. Or we did get another donation, it looks like.
Yes, we did, from Old Man Woat. Fix it, I dare you.
Ninja Turtles from the same ooze as Matt Mercer. Man. Brutal. Brutal. All right. Let's try one more time here. We're gonna then, we've now applied a lot here. We're now gonna apply pressure.
Do you mean Matt Murdock Daredevil?
So
Not Matt Mercer.
I think that was a dig on Matt Mercer, the man. But also, the Ninja Turtles comic is a parody of Daredevil, which is true. The original comic, they were just parodying Daredevil. That is a true statement. And you might say that the toxic waste that that Daredevil was exposed to, that gave him super extrasensory perception, might be the same ooze that the Ninja Turtles did, but that's just because it's based on that.
I wasn't sure if we were getting Matt Mercer and Matt Murdock confused.
We might have been. All right, I don't know. We're gonna leave that. We'll check back later to see if it sets. I don't think this is gonna set. I think my glitter acrylic paint is causing this butt part to not want to stay, and that's okay. We tried to give it another butt. I think it's fine that we didn't. This kit does have glitter on it. My fingers have glitter on it. I'm feeling pretty good about the work we did here. And there are not air quotes around the work we did here, but we'll be looking at these kits at the end as well. We'll wrap up by looking at these kits. All right. So let's see. We are like $29 away from this next kit that I'll be working on, doing some real nonsense to it. It's the Nobel Berserker mode. So Nobel Berserker mode is the next kit. Maybe, what happened? Something happened.
Are we back? I can hear you again.
You can hear me, okay. Something happened, huh? That wasn't great.
I think we're still... Okay, I see video again.
Oh, people can hear me typing. That's fun. Oh, are we back here?
Back.
Okay, we're back. All right, great. Something happened there. Okay, we're back. Hello, everybody.
Type 55 in chat if you can hear us and the video's working.
We're back. Panic worked. We're back. Okay, we just have some desync. All right, you might want to refresh on your end, folks that are watching here, because things might have gotten desynced and weird. Hopefully it will all work out. But yeah, things might have gotten a little strange. My apologies, they did. Audio's off now. Okay. If people want to, let's see. Feel bad because Jason took some much needed time away. But
Hey, Bulldog. Okay, audio's working.
Okay, audio is still working.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we good? Are we good?
I don't know.
Are we sure we're good?
Yeah, we'll press on, and then hopefully everything's okay. But my apologies, everybody. I don't know what happened there. All right, so this was recently. I recently purchased this from Gundam Planet. For pre-order of a re-release of it. This is a kit that I love. I love the Berserk mode of this kit. Definitely work. Desync is not on our end. Audio and video working, but doesn't seem to be synced. Definitely workable. All right, so that's probably on my end then. Should I disconnect and reconnect, Bacon? I don't know.
I think let's keep going.
Okay.
And we'll see.
All right. We'll keep going, I guess. Sorry, everybody, that we are now desynced. Not sure what's happening there. All right. So yeah, so this kit came out. I've always really enjoyed it. Put the head back on and it'll be fixed. Yeah, maybe. So I'm sorry, everyone. Yeah, so this kit, I'm gonna just have the head loose, I guess, right now because the hair is not really cooperating. I really love this kit. I like the original Nobel version. I like the reissue here of the Berserker mode. It's a fun kit. So let's see. What can we do to it? We're gonna do something to it. And again, if we reach $3,234 during this stream, I will do even more nonsense to this. But right now, I'm going to do a roll, and we're going to see if we are doing glitter paint, battle damage, water slide decals, add from the pile, new panel lines, or my choice. And I know what I would pick. So we'll hit generate. 4, add from the pile. So I'm going to be modifying this kit by adding things from the pile. We just saw that recently. So we do have to probably give this different hands because these hands are not going to hold any weapons, but we could also adhere those weapons. So we're going to add from the pile. We got some beam sabers. You know, I'm going to pull some. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fashion from the Maxter high grade this big punch thing. I'm going to somehow get this involved. So that's something that's going to be on this kit. Is the big punch. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it. We'll put the big punch on there. We've got some shields I could figure out how to get on. Yeah, that's kind of silly in a way that I like. Give it a big shield, maybe. I have to lose the big backpack isn't going to work. I can't do that. Axe. Give it an axe. That's silly. One thing I didn't collect is a bunch of different hands, but I can make that work. I can just steal hands off another kit. Just do that. All right. Big punch is great. Yeah. All right. So we're going to give hands from another kit. Yes, one of the hands is a peace sign. As you can see right there. Is this hand going to fit in here so I can give it a weapon? No. Can I make that work? Maybe. Maybe blue tack will let me put that hand in there. But yes, I did give it the peace sign because the peace sign is great. Oh yeah, and I can get rid of this. I keep forgetting to take that away. My apologies. All right. So let's see if a little bit of blue tack will make it so that I can keep this hand. I can use this hand on this kit and then give it a weapon. Oh. Well, the arm fell off, but that is unrelated. All right, good. Now it's got a new hand and it can hold an axe. Use the big punch to make it look like it's firing a peace sign hand like a rocket punch. So it'd have to be like, so you want like the peace sign to be
They're coming back.
okay, we're coming back. Good. All right, good. Oh.
Sorry about the blank screen for a second,
No
chat.
problem.
I'm just resyncing the audio and video. I love you. Bye.
He said he loves us.
Yeah. You angered the Nobel. So what I think I'm going to do here is, now, if you've seen the Maxter, we've got like this boxing glove that's on the wrist or on the hand, and it comes over, and the boxing glove fits into the back of this to become the rocket punch. Now, what's stopping me? Nothing. From taking this off and just attaching it somehow to this hand. And then you can slide, or arm, and then you can slide that on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this part of the hinge off here. Just to slip that off. And then we're going to, hopefully, this will work. It should work. Add in some liquid cement here to put this on like this. And then the fist will fit right over it. And then also she has an axe. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to tempt fate by taking the head off here so that I can just work a little easier. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to attempt to adhere this there and there. We are going to use a little bit of blue tack here in the hand here to kind of keep it in place a little bit, help us out, while we use some liquid cement.
Cobra 0096 with a $5 donation says, hopefully this donation will get rid of the stream scuff. Listen, sometimes you need to, like, you know, get up, stretch your legs, get something to eat, do what you need to do. I came back running when I heard that there was a sync problem, and I fixed it as quickly as humanly possible. Yes. I think if that's worth enough donations to get another roll going. We got, what, 15 bucks to go? 20 bucks to go? 25 bucks to go?
Yeah, we're close.
$25 to get another die roll, friends. Thank you so much for your donation.
All right, so we're going to be adding some liquid cement here. And then also adding some liquid cement here. And then hopefully the blue tack will help keep it in place a little bit. We'll add a little bit here. All right. Now, it's called liquid cement. and I should just add this for people that don't know, because we can be mildly educational here. What does liquid cement do? It heats up the top layers of the plastic and actually melts them a little bit. And then through pressure or through just time, they will cool down, and then the two pieces of plastic will hopefully meld together. Now, it depends on the kind of plastic, it depends on the amount you've included, it depends on the pressure and the time. Occasionally, liquid cement will become brittle, and those places will break apart. Especially if there's rubber involved in any parts of the plastic. If it's rubberized plastic, that can be a nightmare. And also, again, depends on the plastic. Some plastic does not want you to use liquid cement on it at all. But for our purposes, this should be pretty dang tight once we let it sit for a while. So we are going to let it sit for a little while here, and I'm going to see if there is anything else that I want to add to this kit from, quote unquote, the pile. Let's see. Oh, beam saber around there somewhere. Oh, just give her a gun. Well, we don't have any room for a gun. Just give her a gun on the... Yeah, I could just do that. I could just do that. I could give a non-removable gun on her waist. That feels pretty all right. Yep, I can just do that.
Well, you could also take off the heel.
Yes.
And put a barrel there instead.
Are you suggesting that I make a gun boot? I don't dislike that.
I mean, chat, are they not similar in size and proportion? Please, somebody validate my vision.
Glitter glue plus part pile equals cadaveric domacy. Yeah, so I could put... I mean, I could replace... I could do that pretty easily. That ain't bad. Yeah, I could do that. That's from the pile.
Thanks for coming out, Cobra. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Replace
just...
whole leg.
Replace a leg.
I mean, if you got a cannon, I mean, you could do like knee down.
I mean,
Hi, chat. It's me again. We're just having a little bit of a technical over on Pat's side. We're going to get this resolved, and then we'll be back over with the rest of Pat's segment here in just a couple of minutes. Thank you all for your patience, and we'll be right back. It's a good call on the positive emotes in chat. All right, I think we are back. It looks like I see you again.
Okay.
The chat should be able to hear me and you.
Oh, hopefully, yeah.
My friends, I like to announce that we are so back. Thank you so much for your patience.
Yeah, we'll see what happens
Back at
here.
it again.
Yeah.
We are so back.
Okay. My apologies, everybody. Apparently, the first one, I don't know if that was on me, but this one I can say was on me and my internet / computer / OBS. Who knows, unfortunately. But we're back and we're barreling through. Reminder, if we get to wait, that's the wrong number. That number reset itself. That sucks. I don't remember what the so whatever. All right, let me do the math here. $3,234 is the next one we need. That's what it was. So let me do that. Because my OBS went away for a little while.
Dark Sable Eye
25.
said,
Please go ahead.
what happened to the kit? I do believe when we cut out last, this had 2 legs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sorry, chat. So sometimes your favorite robot girl waifu has 2 legs, and then a Pat Baer happens and she has 1.
Yes. We decided that the thing from the pile that we were going to add on to this kit eventually, first was going to be just like a gun barrel instead of the heel. And then it just kind of happened that we put this rocket instead of a leg. It just kind of organically happened that way. And that's where we're at. Now, if you want me to do other things to this model kit from the list, which again are glitter paint, battle damage, water slide decals, from the pile, new panel lines, and my choice. Let's get to $3,234. You'll be entered into a bunch of ways to win some cool prizes and the like, and all that. We're gonna move on to another kit probably, but
$25 away from further changing any one of these lovely kits.
all right. So now I'm going to gingerly-ish put this together like that, so we get our punch arm done, which should hold. This does look like it's going to hold, which is great news for us. And then I just have to gingerly add it in there, and then great. Now our kit has a punch arm, from the same show, so that's nice. And it has a different leg than it started with. Oh wow, things got weird. And an axe, so it has a different hand so it can hold an axe. And then again, things did get weird. And now the peace sign hand goes into the pile and will be added to some other kit probably. That's now a pile piece. And a leg and some other arms are all in the pile. Yeah. So another $24, and this kit could get messed with even more, or we move on and we do something else. I'm gonna take a sip of water. All right, let's move on.
She is definitely the berserker.
Yes, this is berserk for sure. I don't have a big sword to make it really berserk, but it's a berserker at least. All right, put it in the done pile. What are we doing next? God. All right. It's the Epion real grade. I love this kit very much. I lost the hose, so already it's not mint. It's the Epion Real Grade that we will be currently working on here. Again, we're just getting into the kits I love more and more as we go through this. So it's time to roll, digital roll about what I'm gonna do to this kit. I'm just hoping for decals. If we get, this thing needs some battle damage. Oh God. All right. Do the random number generator. And whoops, I closed the tab apparently. So I got to reopen the tab for it. Generate 1 to 6. And we got, oh, Pat's Choice. So we get to see this kit. These wings have so much space to have taken laser beams. Yes, beam sabers, yes. This kit gets decals that don't belong on this kit because it's my choice and I'm going with that. Now, if you want to get us to $3,234, I'll do more damage. We did get a donation in though.
Yes, we did. We got $5 from Nat Highlander.
Thank you for the $5. Yeah, once again, once we hit $3,234, I took the wrong one off. We will be doing even more, but right now, I've got some side stories and some generic from Iron-Blooded Orphans. So we'll be modifying those. I'm gonna move this up here. So we're gonna be putting some decals on here. Now we do have the wings, which I think are a great place to put some decals, or if you're in Canada and some parts of Europe, decals, apparently. We've got some decals we can put on this kit. So we'll just...
Before we go any further, there was a long comment on that last donation.
Oh.
And I am sorry for anybody who has to hear this. I have to get in a proper voice for it. Because if you're going to pay for me to say things, I might as well do it justice. I am the pretty guardian who fights for love and for justice. I am Saver Moon, and now in the name of the moon and this gun, and also this axe I found, I will rocket punch you. Ooh. And that's a comment we got.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your donation, and thank you for reading that.
Thank you for the $5 donation, Nat Highlander, and bringing us closer to yet another roll.
Like, I'm gonna put on this. Like, if offered the choice here of all of these decals that I can put on here, I'm going with the skull with the eye patch and the lightning underneath it. I'm gonna do that. If that's an option for me, that's what I'm gonna do. Somehow in all my nonsense, I've been able to slip in a few things that I think are kind of cool here as far as tools of the trade, and this is one of them. These are classified as jeweler's tweezers. So as you can see, with no pressure on it, it is closed. And you put pressure on to open it up, and then when you take pressure off, it's closed again. As opposed to other tweezers where they're open by default, and you put pressure on them to keep them closed. I find these are phenomenal for decal application. Because as you can see here, when I get one in, I'm not doing anything, and it's being held. I find this to be fantastic. These are a lovely little tool. So I do think they're pretty great for this kind of thing. Because I have found now, are these going to be great for plastic? Maybe not. There's a lot of pressure there. A plastic piece might fly away, but for sticker or decal application, these are just great because you are not forcing your fingers together to hold things in place. Yeah. Now, the real thing is to get one of those things that people use when they're like soldering, the little grabby arms. Those things are phenomenal. I don't have those. That would be great for doing stuff. Basically giving yourself a third arm. But, you know, you do what you gotta do. So I can impart a little bit of practicality for people here. All right, so we've got...
Just another moment, folks. We'll be right back. It's okay, chat. Nobody panic. I see you panicking. Do not panic. You might not have typed it yet, but I see you. You might not have typed it yet, but I see you. You probably just heard me doubling over Pat there a little bit. There we go. You should be good now.
Okay.
So, I see you again. Welcome back. We missed you. We missed you dearly. What on earth is happening to this Epion?
I'm adding stickers to this Epion is what's happening. This Epion needs decals that it didn't start with, because that's what we end up with roll. So now I'm going to be light. Well, it's moving around, but also it doesn't have to be perfect because it's not meant to be there. And then, am I frozen though? On stream.
You are briefly frozen. I'm gonna make you unfrozen.
Okay.
Don't you worry. We're doing it together. You're probably be a little out of sync. Screen's gonna go black for a second, chat. Don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out. I got this. We all got. That's what we call in the business refreshing things.
Okay. Sorry, everybody, about all of this. It appears to be.
It's not your fault. Blame Comcast or whoever the ISP is. It ain't your fault. I said don't panic!
Everybody's panicking.
Nat, I see you panicking. You made him bring out his father voice.
Oh.
He's supposed to be resting his voice. How dare you?
I'm supposed to not be on stream today.
All right. We're gonna dry this off here. It will dry just being out here, and then when it dries, this decal will adhere, and we won't have to worry about it. Hopefully, everything will be fine on this decal, or as they say in Canada and some parts of Western Europe, decal. All right, so put that there. We're going to then slide here. I could just use, I could just. And it went black again.
Yep, we're coming back. Don't worry.
Okay.
I got you. You just keep doing your thing, and I'll keep monitoring.
Okay. We're sliding.
I'm with you, side by side.
Okay.
I will never leave your side again. I promise.
Well, I appreciate that.
For the next 40 minutes.
Yeah,
At least
hopefully
for the next 40 minutes.
Hopefully the next folks in here will have a nice, brilliant, stable connection and won't have any issues like I'm unfortunately having.
It's the ghosts.
Yeah, it's probably the ghosts.
Stream's haunted.
What? Stream's haunted.
I've heard a rumor that streams get more stable when we get more donations.
Once again, folks, $9, and then I'm gonna do more decals. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna add more unnecessary decals to this kit. But $9, I then roll the die again and do something else unnecessary to this kit, which is again the real grade Epion. A kit so good it almost makes the flight mode version look good. Almost. it gets the closest I've ever seen with the Epion.
Is this the real grade Epion?
This is the real grade Epion. Yes.
You mean the same real grade Epion that you can win as part of the grand prize package of 5 kits for 5 years of PMW with a $5 minimum donation? Whoa!
Yeah, that's true.
The 5 kit bundle that has the real grade New Gundam, real grade Epion, Master Grade, Age 1 Normal, the Master Grade, 00 Quant, a full Saber, and the MG Heavy Arms, and a set of God Hand SPN 120 nippers.
One in the same. And a $10 donation from Dark Sableye, a sacrifice to the ISP gods. Thank you so much. Appreciate
that. All right, I'm going to put the word exam on this kit. And then also I'm going to roll in a bit here. We'll get ready to roll in a bit. I did my math wrong. We do need to get $34 for this to go. I had my math wrong. But yes. Now, if I was doing this on my own, would I be more careful about cutting out these decals? Yes, I would. But we can be a little sloppy here because this is a silly stream for silly people.
It is very silly, almost as silly as EA Scrubs donating at $10, saying, make that Epion pretty.
All right, we hit it. So we need to just do... I will do a roll here to let you know after I am done with... after I am done with all of the silliness here of extra decals, I will then add more nonsense. And the next goal is $3,284 for another roll for this one kit. Let's do the second roll here so we know what we've got what we can look forward to here. And that roll will be add from the pile is the roll. I'm going to add more from the pile. What does this kit possibly need? I have a few ideas of what I can give this kit, which we will add. We'll add things from the pile. Immediately, I can tell you, it will include the peace sign. This Epion will be giving the hand that gives the peace sign. That is definitely going to be happening next. Because that is very silly in a way that I'm excited about. No, but battle damage. And then also, it looks like that I have frozen once again.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Don't worry. Chat, don't freak out. Chat, don't freak out. I know the screen's black. It's going to come back. Don't worry.
Bulldog said replace
You're
leg
back.
with Nobel Gundam.
I mean,
The entire Nobel Gundam?
I mean, I do have this leg in the pile, so technically I could replace... We could do that. I guess we could do that. I mean, I'm going to have to do a little work on getting that in there, I think. I'm going to say that might require a little bit of effort, but I could theoretically do that. We'll see. Oh.
That's closer than I thought it would be.
We'll see.
I mean, it makes sense. Both of those series have smaller suits.
How do you pop? Are you locked? Probably. This is probably locked in here because it does have to transform, so it's probably not as yeah, it's a weird connector. Yes, because it does have to do a lot of pivoting. I don't know how I would do that. This might not be possible. Or it might be very annoying. Which is not impossible, it's just a different word. I don't remember how this light piece goes back in, but it goes in something like that. There it is. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to easily be able to put on the Nobel leg onto this Epion. Because it's a real grade, so it's complicated. Because, like I said, it's it's a lot of the fine details of a master grade in a 144 scale, so I don't know how I would. Do I have any leg pieces in the pile? I don't think I have any leg pieces in the pile. So I would have to make use of this, but I don't know how I would do that. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to easily do that at the leg portion, but the foot might be a different story. I can do that at least. There we go. That's not the best, but it is doable. So there you go. From the pile, the foot of the Nobel. Again, not exactly what I'm looking for. And we're going to add more from the pile. There's at least one thing I know that will be like kind of fun to do from the pile. So we can add that. We do need to put exam on these wings. That's from the last roll. So we got to do that. Yeah, it kind of works, Blammo. Kind of does. So at $3,284, I will, of course, be adding some more nonsense to this. I am going to try to get this hand to fit on this kit, so it gives the peace sign. And then we will be adding the words exam to the shoulders of this kit, because I think that's very funny. So we're doing it. So we're going to put that there. We're going to add some water here. And then we'll try to peel this off here. Oh, my tweezers might be stuck to the actual words. Nope. Oh, I have broken the word exam. Don't worry about it. I've got another word that says exam on it. Another decal that says exam. So don't worry about it. I'm going to get this right. Actually, you know what the honest, easy solution to this is? Do a bigger exam. Luckily, we have a bigger example of the word exam to cut out. So we'll do the big words exam. I just bought these off of a random. I think I got these on Amazon. These just like backup decal kits or decal sheets, and I'm honestly going to be using these in some places here because we got numbers and various symbols. Like I think this was bought for this stream, but they might come in handy in the future. I don't know. I might actually use these for some silliness. We'll see. All right. Okay. Got that there. Got the big letters that say exam. We're going to put some water on our shoulder. PMW decal, yeah.
I mean, the letters are there.
I mean, I could spell PMW or on a kit. That wouldn't be hard.
Technically speaking.
Yeah, technically. All right, let's get this like here. All right, let's try to just slide this off. Nice and easy. There it is. Oh, almost came off here. Do the water method. There we go. Now this real grade Epion says exam on it in a way that I find to be very funny. It's funny to me that it says exam on it. Whoops, sliding around. There. So now we just try to dry it off a little bit. Blot dry it without moving the word exam. And then it'll dry, and it will say exam. Let's do one more decal, and then we'll do, well, while we're waiting for that to dry a little bit, we're gonna see if I can get this sticking in there. As you might imagine. Oh, it does. No, actually, forget what I was about to say. It just worked. It just worked fine. It just has a peace sign now. That's okay. Oh, this is silly. All right. One more. We'll do one more, and then we'll move on to another kit and do some nonsense to it. Or if we hit $3,284, I will do more nonsense to this kit. Reroll and do some more goops.
We all like nonsense here.
Yes, we do. But let's try to put Plastic Bottle Weekender on here because I have the letters, so I might as well try.
Where is it going?
I don't know yet. I feel like the other shoulder is where I should put it. Probably.
It's not a bad option.
Or one of the wings. Oops. Oh no.
Do you pull a G Gundam and put it on the beam sword?
Put it on the... Yeah, I could do that. I could certainly do that.
Chat, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I'll start cutting them out. People can make some suggestions. Oops. There's a P. It's very small. Get that wet there. PMW sword is what I see in chat. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll put it on there.
If it's a G Gundam reference, it's a definite yes.
All right. As always, friends, G Gundam is what happens when you have ideas for what would be very cool, and you don't think about what would be very cool, but also might also be hurtful. When you don't stop to say, yeah, but, and you just go with your first thought, you get G Gundam. Not saying they would have made different choices, but I am saying some of those choices were probably wrong. Oh, come on. There you are. Now you're off. Now let's just get you on here. Whoop. Okay. We'll zoom in once we get him on there. We'll zoom in, definitely. Tequila, yes. Yes, G Gundam has a lot of... G Gundam, for what is, of course, the first Gundam series to be out of the Universal Century to do its own thing. And the thing they said, let's do a fighting anime. Let's do like a tournament arc fighting anime with like a larger story behind it. And it was just like, yeah. And we're going to have like all these different kinds of Gundams. They'll represent different countries. Yeah. And the Japanese Gundam will just be a cool main-ass Gundam. Yeah. And all the other Gundams will be like racial stereotypes. Yeah. Almost. They almost nailed it. It's like, all right. I guess that's what we're doing here. Okay.
Hot take about G Gundam.
Yeah, we're talking about G Gundam.
I want to make a hot take about G Gundam and,
okay,
and put my reputation on the line.
Sure.
G Gundam's mid.
Oh. Jason, what are you doing?
It's fun. It's popcorn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the same argument that Martin Scorsese has for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's not cinema. It's a theme park ride. It's popcorn entertainment. But the issue that I have is that I feel like so much of this community holds it in such high regard because they saw one clip of a robot with a sombrero on it and they think that it's quote unquote peak. It's not. It's very pulp. It's very goofy. It's very dumb, and it's fine for what it is. But when you have people running around talking about that it's the best series they've ever put out, wow, I think that the internet decided no, I'm not allowed to make these opinions, or are you just okay? You're just staying really still. Never mind.
Oh, sorry. I guess apparently I got really still there and freaked you out. That's my apologies.
No, but I thought that I was like getting kicked off of the stream because I was making hot takes.
Oh, good. Hopefully, no.
No, we're good. We're good. No, that's like
one downside of decals is that I have to focus on them because they're tiny.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I guess my point again though is that like it's okay at best.
Yeah.
Like it's not the best Gundam show out there, and if you're saying stuff like that, you're delusional. That's all I wanted to say. Moving on.
So I will say, I do think a lot of the love for G Gundam it comes from two categories. One, it's very weird presentationally. Like you find out about the Netherlands Gundam, and you're like, oh, so this is camp, and it's not. It's just wacky. Or it was the second Gundam series you ever saw, and it was way more fun than the first Gundam series you ever saw, which was like pretty boys making things blow up and having angst. And then you were like, well, Wing is cool, but there's like a dragon Gundam. There's like that horse is piloting a mech. Like there's a lot of wackiness to that. And then also I would say, I think a bunch of people liked G Gundam because Domon is a really fun main character. And I think people were kind of looking for that. I think Domon is one of my favorite Gundam pilots. He's just on a show that is kind of a rough time. Those are my thoughts anyway. Like it might get too much love, but I can kind of see why it does.
Maybe chat can share their mecha hot takes as a part of a $5 donation stream.
Ooh, yeah.
How about that? Are you brave enough to put money on the line for your hot takes? Are you a bad enough dude?
I don't know if they are.
Are you bad enough to tell us your hot takes in money version?
Because my hot take is very counter to Jason's.
Go on.
My take is that G Gundam is one of the Gundam series that best explores its chosen themes even better than 0079.
I think that is ludicrous, but I'll hear you out.
I think that, especially with all the media that comes out after 0079 surrounding the 1 Year War, has muddied that original message with various topics. But with G Gundam, it was very clear of, hey, humans are a part of the Earth. We are not an invasive species. We have to be a part of the environment that we are trying to save. All that environmentalism, anti-war, was explained on multiple sides of all the conflicts pretty well. Which, yeah, we see that in 0079, but we see it in ways that you see people excusing it. All the monstrosities, where you don't really get that from G Gundam. It's a very clear cut. hey, this is the entire message. There's no other way to interpret it.
So you're saying that it's better because it lacks nuance.
I think that
It doesn't muddy its message.
I think it is better because it has a clear message that you can't use the guise of nuance to misinterpret it.
Okay. Maybe my tastes are just a little different, and that's okay.
All right,
Okay,
this sword
So I
says
think that.
PMW on it now.
Yay! Sorry, go ahead.
I'd like to thank chat for having me. It's been good. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
No, we ain't
But
gonna
yeah.
kick you out. Don't worry.
All right, so this kit now
Unlike-
has unnecessary decals on it. And then I think there might be one other part from the pile I should add to this kit. I should add a little bit more to it. And then, of course, we can move on to something else, unless we hit $3,284. And we did get a donation. We're on our way.
We did. Looks like it's a $5 donation from Dark Sableye. It says, controversial essay title, Gendo Akari did nothing wrong. Discuss. I will not. I find it difficult to discuss Evangelion because on one hand, I like it for what it's trying to do. On the other hand, I think it's a show that has its head so far up its own backside that it's not really worth analyzing at the same level that a lot of people do.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Anyway.
All right.
Sorry
So
for being real.
what is this kit?
Sorry that the truth hurts.
What does this kit need? Sidearms. That's the only thing this kit needs, is to put sidearms on it, because the side skirts on this allow for you to put things in there. So that's why we're doing it. We're giving it the Maxter's guns. Just because.
Because why not?
Yeah, because why not?
That'd be fun.
Wait. Oh, is that not on this side? I thought for sure there was a peg on here. There is. I just couldn't see it. There we go. So the Epion, the real great Epion, now has decals it didn't want to start with. It has a foot that does not belong to it. It has, it says exam. The sword says plastic bottle weekender, PMW. And it says exam on it, and then it has sidearms now. And also, it's giving us the peace sign.
I love everything about it.
All right.
He is perfection.
So we will move on to our next kit, because there are more kits to be, because we have some time left on the stream.
We do got about 15 minutes.
Whoops. Here it is. It's another, whoops. Not talking to the microphone. It is another kit that has cool hair and maybe could use some fun adjustments. It's the Denial Gundam, which also has a great name. I took a hand from the Denial Gundam because I needed it so that another kit could hold an axe. So I'll just give it a random hand at some point.
This is the one that's from Build Fighter, isn't it?
Yes. It's got a lot of cool neon in it, and it's already glittery, so maybe we'll make it more glittery. We'll see. Right now, we're going to roll once, and if we get another $44, we'll do more rolls. So once again, the roll possibilities are glitter paint, battle damage, water slide decals, add from the pile, new panel lines, and Pat's choice. The only one we haven't done is number 5, adding new panel lines. So maybe we'll hit 5 on this one. We'll see. I got add from the pile again, and we've done that on almost every, I think we've done that on every kit, so I'm gonna roll again. 2 battle damage. We've only seen that once. Great, we'll do battle damage.
Oh no.
We're gonna do battle damage to this kit. I'm gonna take this away. Once again, if we hit $44 more, we will roll again and do other weird things to the Denial Gundam. Did I drop a...
You have the choice, chat.
Yeah. I think I...
Unglitter the hair? I don't think that's a possibility.
Unglitter? Unglitter the hair. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Also, this piece fell off. Because that's for this kit, right? Yes. That's for this kit.
Yeah, you could paint over it, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, the head part of this already came off, so first battle damage. I'm just gonna not put that back on because it's gonna be annoying to put it back on. All right. So let's see. We could do some damage to the side skirts here. We could do... Oh yeah, I did want to give an update on our Legolas. Pretty fucking glittery now. It ended up in the light. Now that it's dried, it's pretty glittery. I was asked earlier about an update. So this paint, when it dries, pretty glittery. Yeah, so we got to do some damage to the head here. If we taking that off, we can do some more damage to the head. We're gonna get our tools out here. Got my cutters. Oh, does this have a wrist blade? Is that what this is from? Yes, it does come with a wrist blade. We'll keep the wrist blade on because that's cool. This fell off, so we're gonna do some damage to it. We're gonna take a chunk out of it. And doing this like this so that I can find the pieces that are broken and I don't find them in my carpet later, which just make my life easier. There we go. Damage.
Some would say that's a lot of it.
Yeah. There we go. That piece flew somewhere.
Loud clip. Jeez.
Yes. That made a lot of noise and also did fly away. So I don't know where that piece is. I will find it later. All right, we got some battle damage on that side. We'll do something to the head here. We can do something to our fins here. We'll just...
An RG kit on shag carpet. No, we ask for folks to not run like torture or gore or any like shock content as part of their incentives. So I don't know if we can do that.
You say no shock content. And did you see what happened to the Caliburn earlier?
I did.
We did some damage to that thing.
Okay.
Just gonna add some liquid cement here to keep our piece, since we did remove a part of the head. That will keep this piece together a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, we don't want to come apart. Absolutely not.
No. Well, we want the parts I want to come apart. All right, we're going after the cod piece here. This plastic is holding up to some damage. Making my wire cutters work a little bit, aren't they? Okay.
I know that you're covering the parts so they don't fly away.
Yes.
But it does look like every time you're trying to protect chat.
Yes, it is a little bit of like, don't watch this happen. It's a little bit of that.
Kids, look away.
I'm so glad that I got a brand new blade on my X-Acto for decals and maybe panel lining, and then it's just like, nope, this is the thing that gets used the most on this stream. Is battle damage. Reminder, folks, $44 more, and I roll and I do more to this kit. I am gonna damage the hair. Yeah. One of the reasons I bought this kit in the first place was because it had cool effects hair. There's like other effects that go on, I think the back, these, I can't remember where these go. Do they pop in? These pop in somewhere. Oh yeah, they pop in the back here. I forgot about them. We got cool beam effect flames. that go on this kit, so we can damage the flames as well. I need to find an emotional abuse denial Gundam. Yeah, everybody take care of your denial Gundams. Now this hair is holding up. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's some damage. Yes, they're not beams. They're particle effect parts, not beam parts. Yes. Technically you're correct, yes. That's true and fair. All right. Chat, viewers, my time is coming up and I will not overstay my welcome. But if in the next 2 minutes, if $44 appears on this, then I will do another thing to this kit other than battle damage. So if you would like to see some battle damage there, and we are not destroying it, but I will also just get this dragon that's right near me and show you a cool model kit. And we can end with that, because I'm not doing anything to that model kit. Thank fucking God. I'll show you the model kits I'm not going to damage in this next couple of minutes here. The kits that we didn't get to, that I have, we'll show those. But if we do get $44 more, I'll do something else weird to this kit in the next couple of minutes here. So that's your challenge. You don't have to donate $44. You can donate 10, 15, whatever. All right, let me show you the kits we didn't destroy. Here's the kit we worked on. Here's a kit we worked on. Here's a kit we worked on. Here's a kit that we worked on. We worked on all of these. We did terrible things to all these. Oh, and this one too. We did some fucking work. We didn't do anything bad to my aerial full mechanics. And I'm so glad that we didn't do anything bad to my aerial full mechanics. We didn't do anything to it. I'm very happy about that. I'm mixed about that we didn't do anything to, I mean, this kit, this Zaku is cool as hell. Zaku Warrior. I believe this is from, I don't remember. I want to say this is from the Forever movie, the Seed, Gundam Seed Forever. I want to say this is Gundam Seed Forever movie. I want to say, I might be wrong. We didn't do anything to this. I'm mixed about it. Seed Destiny. It's just from Seed Destiny. Okay, I like this kit. But we could have done damage to it. And I have to stand up to get this thing. We didn't do anything to, and we'll zoom out. We didn't do anything to the Blue Eyes White Dragon amplified. And I don't know how I would have added panel lines. Decals would have worked on this. Battle damage would have made me pretty fucking sad, because this kit rules.
It is pretty neato if you are into the Yu-Gi-Ohs, and just kind of cool in general.
Yeah, it's just cool. It's just a cool kit. It's big.
It's just neat.
Yeah. So
thank
yeah.
Goodness for that.
And that, I think, is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you, everybody, so much for donating. Thanks for watching. A reminder, a great way to support our cause is to share. If you're in a Discord with other builders, or you're in a community and they have a self-promo, use your self-promo to support us. Let people know we're doing this, that it's happening all weekends. And thank you very much for my time here. I appreciate y'all very much. I've been Pat Baer, P-A-T-B-A-E-R. You can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky and Twitter. I stream all the time. I'm streaming tomorrow, and I'll raid this after I'm done streaming. And I want to thank Jason and Bacon and everybody who's working on this event. Because, hey, I'm just going to let you know, everybody watching this is a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
It's a ton of work. And the party continues. But my time here is coming to a close. And I will pass the baton on to you to close out my segment.
Absolutely. I was going to ask you to share where people can find you, but you know what? You already took care of that, so I really appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody that's been willing and able to donate to our friends over at Cure Alzheimer's Fund. So we will go ahead and get started with our next presenter. We have the Shog Mommy herself from the Eldritch Library. If you enjoy the kind of content that we've been doing, if you've been enjoying the hand cam work, and especially if you have any interest in VTubing, mixing those worlds together can be a little complex, and the Eldritch Library is here to help. The first hour of their segment will be running a panel on how to hand cam stream as a VTuber, which is super exciting and fun. And then after that, we'll be working on some kits. We're doing a little bit of a Q&A. It'll be a great time. So you folks, stick around for a few minutes. We'll be back in just a little bit, and we will be started with the Eldritch Library. Thank you so much, Pat. We'll be back again in here in just a minute.